Never again. No, sir, never again. And am I going to go over to the new neighbors and invite them to a party? Let me tell you what happened. See, I was just minding my business. I was managing my own home. I'm the good old wolf. I take care of everybody here in the forest. I make sure everybody's safe and comfortable. That's what wolves do. All of a sudden, these three little piggies, they came moving into my forest, into my territory, and that's perfectly fine. They're more than welcome. I wanted to welcome them in. I wanted to invite them in. I wanted them to know that I'm glad that they're living here now. Well, I went over to the first piggy. I had balloons, I had cake. I was ready to invite him over to a party. I went over to his house. I knocked on the door. He said, "Who's there?" I looked at him and I said, little pig, let me in." That little pig had the audacity to say to me, "Not by the hair on my chinny chin chin." That guy, are you kidding me? You're not gonna even open the door to your neighbor? I said, "What? But we're gonna have a party. It's gonna be so big, we're gonna huff, we're gonna piff, we're gonna blow the house down." It's not my fault that all of a sudden when I said that I sneezed, "Achoo!" and knocked his house over. I didn't build this house out of straw. Who does that with a pig? He ran off away from me. Well, I wanted to apologize for knocking his house down. I wanted to tell him that, hey, we're still gonna have the party. You're welcome to come over to my house. Everybody's gonna be there. Badger and rabbit and turtle and owl and everybody. Well, he went over to another house. He had a brother that had made a house out of sticks. Well, I went up to that house and I knocked on it knowing that both pigs were there. It was great. I was going to invite both of them to the party anyway. I said, little pig, let me in." The pigs, again, they looked at me and they said, "No, not by the hair on my chinny chin chin." I thought, pigs even have hair on the chin. Why are they saying this? I said, "But we're going to have a really big party. It's going to be great. Everybody's going to be there. We're going to huff, we're going to puff, we're going to blow the house down." And then all of a sudden I sneezed again. I don't know, maybe I'm allergic to pork or something. Achoo! And that house made out of sticks fell over. Well, then both pigs ran off away from me. I'm so sorry about that. I didn't mean for that to happen. Well, I went after both of them. They went into a third pig's house. Oh, this was a nice house. I thought about asking if we could have the party over at this house because my house wasn't quite as big as this house. This house looks pretty nice. I bet it had a really nice backyard, maybe a good barbecue pit. I bet the pigs don't like barbecue, I thought when I saw this house. But I went up to the house and I said, little pig, let me in." And then I heard all three piggies say, "No, not by the hair on my chinny chin chin." Oh, these pigs are rude. Now listen, I'm trying to have a party and invite you to it. Listen, we're gonna huff, we're gonna puff, we're gonna blow the house down. I sneezed again. Achoo! Oh, I'm so happy that this house didn't blow over. I sneezed again. Achoo! And it didn't blow over again. I thought, I've got to get in here somehow. I need to let these pigs know that I mean them no harm. I'm just trying to invite them over and welcome them as a good neighbor ought to and would. So I climbed up onto the roof and I was just going to climb into their chimney. I thought, what's the harm in that? And as soon as I started climbing in through the chimney, they lit a fire in the fireplace. Oh, these pigs. I fell down in that chimney, hit some boiling hot water, went boo, up out of the chimney and away into the forest. Well, that's the last time, I tell you. That is the last time I'm going to invite new neighbors over to something. Badger can handle that next time, or maybe Fox or Rabbit or somebody else, but I'm done. That's the last neighborhood block party I'm gonna throw, I tell you. Hey, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for notifications. Like the video, and together we can huff and puff and blow the story house down. I'll see you next week. Until then, keep on popping.